Welcome back, traders. This is Sandra with Trading Made Simple, and guess what? Today we're going to talk about some of the things that we learn in our live stream. Now, I know that some of our members are unable to come to our live stream. The thing about what I'm finding that is really good is like some of these lessons, they don't happen within an hour. They actually happen, throughout the entire day. And so each of these lessons get brought up basically at the right time in real time. So the first thing that we want to talk about, that we talk about at 6:15 in the morning, or excuse me, at 9:15 in the morning Eastern Standard Time is, was there a gap below? So I'm going to take Friday's session as an example. And then I'm just going to show you what the pre-market was. So the pre-market is that we had a huge gap down, and that helped a couple of our positions that we had. We had Netflix and we had Microsoft. So in this scenario, we need to think as traders and go, okay, 6:15, was there a gap? That's the first thing I want to know. And the reason is because if there's a gap, then that's going to help, right? That's going to help our overnight positions because we had puts. However, it's gonna be very painful for anybody who had a call. So how does this actually work? Well, what ends up happening is price will always want to do a gap fill. It typically does in the market, unless the market is so weak that it just cannot recover. So in taking Friday's example, we could see that our pre-market level was here, right? So we had a pre-market low here. So we had a pre-market low there, and we had our pre-market high, right here. Great. So here's our pre-market levels basically identified, and we open up and immediately start moving up. So now you're in profit. Do you really want a gap fill all the way up here? No, you really don't. And is that a possibility? Absolutely. So as this is going up, you want to make the decision, if you're in profit, to take most of your profits. Can you leave a runner? Sure, you can leave a runner. But for the most part, you're really going to want to take most of your profits at the open if you're in a winning position because of a gap. Now, if you're in a losing position because of a gap, you really want to then identify that, hey, don't panic, because we may want to do a gap fill. And if we do a gap fill, I'll be able to recover most of my capital. And if this ends up being a gap in go, I might even make some profit and close that position. So that means that when you're in profit overnight, you need to be ready to get out of the position. If you're not in profit overnight, you need to stay calm, cool, and collected, and make sure that you identify where your pre-market low is, because you don't want to go lower really than your pre-market low. And remember, there's always a little zone here, so you just want to be cognizant of that. So, all right, I certainly hope that this helped you think about and analyze your strategy each and every morning when you have an overnight position and then you recognize that there's a gap. What are you going to be looking for so that you can either take your profits, or if you're going to strategize and recognize, are we going to do a gap fill? Can I exit my position in a better capital allocation? And so I hope this helped. If you have any questions, my contact is in the description below, tradingmadesimple.org. I will see you in the next video.